Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Nitro Kyosho. All one word brings you to the community page. Well, other than doing RC stuff, I'm a car guy, a phone guy, and I'm into all kinds of things, guys. So whenever I can do a video to try to help you guys out, I like to do that. So this is the Note 10 Plus by Samsung. And this here is the white stone dome glass protector for it. I've heard a lot of good things about these, and I have one that I just put on my personal phone here, and it came out beautiful. And I figured I see a lot of people with a lot of stress doing this and ruining them, and this is very expensive. This was a 2-pack for $64 I got on Amazon. So they gave you 2 protectors and so on. Usually you can get it as just a 1-pack, and I think it's like in the $40 range. But this was the one that actually came on the phone, and it wasn't bad, but it doesn't have any protection, as if you dropped it, it could, the screen would crack. At least now if you dropped it, this would crack and not the screen. That's really the purpose of putting the glass ones on there. Now I had glass ones on my Note 8, not this kind, another kind that was real cheap, and everybody was on YouTube complaining they just had adhesive on the sides and they'd fall off, and mine lifted up and dust got under it and scratched the screen. They were real garbage, but this company really, from what I see, perfected this to a T. And I'm going to, instead of doing like an unboxing, I'm going to show you the stuff as we do it, okay? What came in there in the box, so we can do it together. So the first thing you want to do, the most important, number one important thing, guys, is you have to have a level surface. So I have a bubble level here, and you can see where if you can see that, the bubble is right in the center. It is a dead flat perfect surface. Okay, that is the number one. Okay, the next big headache with doing these is dust. So the first thing we're going to do is take a wet wipe, and it's good to have a flashlight because I can already see there's a ton of dust that has just formed on this thing from just sitting here, and I cleaned the glass tabletop. So we're going to take one of these wet wipes, and we're going to clean the screen really nice. Going to get all the edges. Okay. And you want to take your time doing this, guys. This doesn't, it's not a, you're not going to get any points for going fast. Okay. So we got that clean, and I'm going to set this aside right here. Alright, and I'm going to take one of these. They give you 3 of these in the pack. Okay. I'm just going to wipe down with this. You want to make sure, another thing, and you'll find out as we go along, the phone has to be turned off. Do not leave your phone on, because if it vibrates or moves when the liquid is on there, it's going to shift, it's going to shake the liquid and make a mess, and it's going to be a disaster. So we do that. Okay, now we got it fairly clean. So now we're going to put it into the bottom tray. Okay, like I said, I'm going to show you this as we do it. Now, look at the tray. There is, right on here in the corner, it's etched. It says speaker. Okay, so you're going to put your main speaker at the top here. Okay, you're going to drop it in there. Okay. Now the next thing you want to do is, I'm just going to inspect it again. Now we're going to get a dust, one of these that they provide you for the dust. You're going to do this a few times. So basically, oops, it's stuck to the side there. So I'm not too concerned at this pass here, alright? So I'm going to put that aside for now. Okay. Now the next thing you're going to do, which is the speaker. They provide you with this and this is going to cover the speaker. This is a little tough to do because you can't see the speaker. So basically, you're trying to align it between these two areas here and get it aligned pretty straight. And that looks, I'll just shift it here. I'm going to move it again. And this is a tedious part, and the reason it is because you just can't really see the speaker too good. But I think we got that pretty good. Now, in my experience from doing the other one, guys, the liquid doesn't go up that far anyways. But I'm going to bring it up so you can see. Now basically you're just using that, you know, the alignment there. Okay. Now they give you in this package, they give you 3 of the liquids in case you make a mistake. They're not going to give you 4. They give you 2 covers, glass covers, and 1 extra rag. You do get that in the 1 pack too. You get 1 extra of these if you get the 1 dome protector. So the next thing we're going to do, okay, is we're going to go over this again. And what I actually did, and you're probably going to laugh, I actually took some plastic saran wrap and put it around my head and put a hat on, because the dust just keeps coming. So I'm going to try to limit how much I talk here too. Okay, and you can go over that again. So the next thing we're going to do is put the top tray on, and they give you 2 pieces of white felt that you just slide in, drop in both sides, and that'll pick up any extra liquid. Now this is also marked speaker, guys, so you know that it's going to go here. And there's actually little pegs underneath that fit into these peg holes. Okay. So now the next thing you're going to do is let's see, you can actually put this in now. It's not going to interfere with anything. And that piece is what's going to hold your dome glass from hitting the liquid. So we're going to check this, and we're going to go over it one more time. It doesn't cost any extra to do this, guys. Make sure you get all the dust. Now the next thing you're going to do is put this bridge that's going to fit right into these 2 holes. Like that. Alright, now you got this here. You're going to disconnect the purple side, that's why it's purple, and then you're going to put it down through that hole. Now you don't have to worry about the liquid coming out, because it won't come out until you open the other end, the black cap end, and that will release it. So check it again. And actually take this off and just blow it off in case there's any packaging dust on it. One more time. Alright. Now I'm going to take that purple cap off, set it aside, and put this on top. Okay. Now we're going to release the liquid. And you can still go back And I'm actually going to take another dust and have it ready. Now you can see the liquid down there, guys. Let me try zooming in for you. Alright, I'll leave it there right now. You can see the liquid. Give it about 30 seconds, guys, to come down and leak out. I've seen some people tilting them sideways and then it splashed and you get a bubble off to the side, and that's not a good thing because you want to keep all that liquid together. If you do get any little splatter, you want to try to move the tray very gently to get that to connect, you know, the main puddle to connect with the other little one, because that will cause problems in air pockets if you don't. So it looks like it has one more drip in it. And we'll just, don't blow on it or anything, just leave it alone, let it drip out. I'm going to try to zoom this down a little more for us. Just don't be in a rush to do this, guys. That'll lead to disaster. And these are very expensive. One more little drop, I think. And don't worry, the liquid won't start curing or anything like that, guys. And these are removable, and we'll do a video down the road. There are some videos out there already if you ever have to remove it. There, that was the last little bubble. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to do now, one more time. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you're going to get your screen protector. Comes in a bag. You're going to remove the backing off it, and then you're going to place it down inside, and there's pins, there's guides that show you everything, so you know. Okay. Now you're going to start with the back, drop it down, and the little pins, there's little dots, tiny little dots on there, okay, on the dome glass, little tiny ones. Don't try to take those off, those aren't dust, they're in four corners. And what they are is they're lining up with those arrows. There's an arrow here, an arrow there, there, and there. There's 4 arrows. Now, the next thing you want to do is they give you a weight. And one side is kind of a dull, and one side is shiny. You want to stick this suction cup they give you, just stick it down onto the shiny side, because obviously it'll stick to that. It won't stick to the dull side. Then there's a circle. You might be able to see the circle in the middle. That's where you want to get the liquid to before you release the tab. Okay, so now we're going to line this up. We're going to hold that and drop that down. Okay, now the next part is the tricky part. You've got to hold down the base bottom part, and you've got to try to get that liquid circle to about right there. And then when you get it, you have to pull this tab. Let me zoom up a little. You got to pull this tab out at the same time that liquid is there. And you can actually, even though this is a level surface, that bubble might try to travel a little here or there. You don't want it to go past that circle that they have etched in there. If it goes past it, then the liquid isn't going to come. You basically want it centered. So let's go for it, guys. And there we go. and you see the liquid dispersing. Now you want to give this, don't go taking anything apart, just leave it as it is for about a minute or so, guys. And you can watch the liquid dispersing. And just don't mess with it, don't touch it, don't do nothing to it. And don't get nervous. Just watch it and don't think, oh, it's not going to reach here. It's not going to... As long as you get it in that vicinity of that etched circle, you'll be fine. And the corners will take a little longer. I can try to zoom down now. And it's got a little more in that corner, this one and that one is fine, and it's almost there. Make sure it is, don't be in a rush. I keep saying that, you're going to say, Ray, how many times are you going to tell us that? But you can't rush this process, guys. Alright. I'm just going to zoom that up a little bit. And you don't have to worry about really timing this. I mean, you can, but, you know, 30 a minute, 2 minutes, nothing's going to get damaged by leaving it there a little extra, guys. All right. So we've reached all of the entire surface. Okay. We're just going to leave it there a little longer. It's not going to do any damage. The next thing we're going to use is they give you this, they provide you with this, the Whitestone Dome Glass UV light to dry it. It's got 6 UV lights on the bottom. You can hook it up to a power bank or plug it in the wall with your cell phone charger. So now what we're going to do is carefully lift off the weight, and we're going to take our dome glass heater here and we're going to place it over the edge one side, and we're going to turn this on, and we're going to time it for about 15 seconds. Once again, this isn't you know, gonna overdo it a little, couple seconds here, couple seconds there. It's not gonna do any damage, guys. So you don't have to be like, oh, I waited 15 or 14 or 12 or whatever. All right. Now I'm gonna shut it off. I'm gonna move it to the other side, and I'm gonna do it again over there for about another 15 seconds. Doesn't hurt to overcure it, guys. You're not going to do any damage. You're only going to make it better. Okay. Alright, so we're going to shut that off now. Now you're going to remove your... And now don't throw these away either, guys, because you can buy the replacement glass for like $15. So it doesn't look, it looked like a little bit of liquid got right there, a little bit. And this side got a lot. Now this is the second time we've used this. But don't throw those away, guys. So now we're going to remove our little speaker thing here. And there's a gap there, so it leaves a little bit of a gap all the way around, but just a small one, and that is so you can, so now we're going to clean this a little bit. Okay. I'll take it out gently, put it back down, and we're going to go around the edges, any extra glue. I'm going to go gently across the top. Okay. You can carefully flip it over. We don't have any glue on the back. Put it back down. I'm going to take your white stone, turn this on, and this time we're going to do it for 60 seconds. They tell you 60 seconds, but for some reason this seems to shut off before then, so you got to turn it back on. So I'm going to wait when it gets around. Okay. And we're going to leave it there now, guys. All right. And, you know, don't throw away, like I said, the frame, because when you buy the replacement for like 10 or 15 bucks, they don't give you all that. So you got to keep it. And I actually did mine a few times longer just to really make sure that it was good. So we're coming around, that is about almost 50 seconds. I want to see if it actually shuts off at around, yeah, shuts off at 50 seconds for some reason. They tell you 60, I don't know if that's, if it's mandatory or the light shuts off at that time, so maybe that's what the time, the real time they're telling you to do it. Now we'll shut it off. We're going to move it to this side and we're going to go another 60 seconds. And this process, guys, you know, like I said, you could do it a couple times. It isn't going to hurt it. You can't over dry it. You know, it's just like your clothes in the machine. You put them in the dryer. You're not going to over dry it. I guess unless it's something delicate. But they give you 2 of these in the package while we're just sitting here. These are for to cover the speaker. Now, I've seen people make the mistake of putting these down too far. And what happens is they actually got it underneath the glass. And then when they went to rip it off, it was under the glass. And they pulled it and created air bubbles under the glass. Alright. So, just put it... Let me turn this back on for another 10 seconds. Just, it actually has, see the dark strip? There's like a black and then there's like a darker strip. That's the only much that is supposed to go on there, guys, that little lip. And I don't even think you need to put this on. I would, but like I said, you know. So now we're going to move this to the other side, and I'm going to show you, get this. I'm going to show you why you actually don't need it, because the protector doesn't go that far, and the liquid really doesn't, other than the sides come out, doesn't seem to want to come out from the top or the bottom. So, but once it's completed, I'll show you. I do it a few times. What the heck? It doesn't, you know, to ensure it's really on there good. It isn't going to damage. It isn't going to, like I said, overdo it. So, and I actually, they don't really show you doing it in the center, but I actually do it in the center too. Why not? You know. But, like I said, this was from Amazon. I'll just put that back on again. And the patent pending, it says here, so. And it doesn't seem to have any obstruction with the fingerprint reader or any of that. So basically, with this, you get, you know, the framing, okay. And like I said, you can see the little nubs in the corners. There's 4, and then here, and then it just locks together, fits right in. Okay. And remember, speaker on both of these is marked speaker, so you can't screw that up. You're going to say, well, this phone came with 2 speakers. I'm going to put it in the center now. One at the top and one at the bottom. The Note 8, when you played music, the Note 8 only played it from the bottom. This one, when you play music, it plays it from both ends. Okay. So I'm just going to do this one more time. And hope you guys like this video, and I hope you really get something out of it. I think you will. And if you do this right, watch this video I put out a few times, guys, and if you do this, you will have 100% success. I had this sitting around for a while, and I was a little nervous because of the price of them, of doing this, but I said, you know what, it's time to do it. I read the instructions. Okay, I'm just going to do it one last time on both ends and we're done. I'll show you the finished product, turn the phone on. And this one is, I don't know if this has the fingerprint set up. This is my wife's phone, and I have her digit code, but I don't have, obviously I can't go any further if it, and I don't use the fingerprint on my phone. It does work though, I did try it, and there's no issue at all, so don't be nervous about thinking this is going to cause any issue with that. But I like to go the extra step and do it a few times. What the heck, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't damage anything, and we'll do it one more time. The glue does have kind of a strong odor to it, but you're probably saying, what the hell are you doing, Ray? You're putting glue down on your phone screen. It's not glue, okay, it's an adhesive. It's not like a super glue, and when you remove these, just like removing a regular one, I mean, you could heat it up a little with a hair dryer if you wanted to, and then you just peel one end and you slowly start peeling it, and when you take it off, the screen is perfect. There's no damage, there's no glue, it's not super glue, it's not a glue, it's an adhesive, okay, so it comes off, and you know, and there's no screen damage at all or anything. Okay, so I'm going to show you while I do that one more time because I'm crazy. I'm going to just show you how mine looks on there quick. And this was the other big thing, guys, is I have the Otterbox Defender case, and with the other Note 8, with the old style ones that other companies made, what happened was it just didn't fit right, and every time you pressed the volumes it would compress it, and it would lift it up in dirt and dust, and everything would get down underneath it. Ended up scratching my screen. This one is smart. You're not going to be able, you might be able to see it, but it doesn't, it goes just enough where it covers it, but it doesn't go to disturb the case. And I apologize, but everything is black, guys. But you can probably see where I was talking about where the speaker was. It doesn't go that far, that little gap. Alright. But it looks beautiful. It works beautiful. Alright, so now this one is done. And looks nice. Actually back that off a little bit. Alright. I'll turn this on. Let it boot up. Okay, you got the swipe to unlock, so there. Let me put in the code. No issues. No issues at all, guys. Alright? Okay. Camera. Boom. Back. Close. No issues. No touch sensitivity problems at all. And these phones actually do have, I think it's under, I don't know if it's under display. Yeah, it's under display. My wife's getting messages. If you go into the display setting, guys, there is actually a touch sensitivity, increase the touch sensitivity of the screen for use with screen protectors. She has it on. You don't need it. I don't use it because it makes it, I'm going to actually turn that off. because it makes it oversensitive. It can go on if you got it in your pocket or whatever, and you can just see by me doing that. But flawless. I'll shut it off so you can see again. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll just clean it up with a little alcohol there. Any fingerprints, I don't want to give it back to the wife dirty. And that's it, guys. Done. So I thank you for watching this video. I hope that you get something out of it, and please subscribe. Thanks.